It is not how a player wants to get into the lineup. But with Adam McQuaid expected to miss approximately 8 weeks with a broken right fibula after taking a shot off the leg in a 6-3 win over Vancouver on Thursday, Paul Postma is ready to be the next man up for the battered Bruins. Obviously I haven't been in the lineup, but I've been taking care of myself, working hard in practice, watching video and watching the games, said Postma, expected to play against Buffalo tonight. I've been through this stuff before. It's a physical and it's a mental battle. You just have to be mentally ready when you get your chance to get in the lineup. You never want to see injuries. Adam's a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. Those things happen and we obviously wish him the best. We're going to miss him a lot, but it's up to the other guys to step up. I get a chance to play now and I want to make the most of it. The McQuaid injury is another in what is already a long line of ailments. Patrice Bergeron, Tuukka Rask, David Backes, Ryan Spooner and Torrey Krug have already missed time in a season that's just 6 games old. McQuaid is scheduled to have surgery on Monday at Mass General Hospital. The 28-year-old Postma was signed on July 1 to a 1-year deal worth $725,000. Coming from Winnipeg, where the Jets used a man-to-man system as opposed to the B zone, Postma said the preseason was a period of adjustment. I've been playing the same system for 10 years and this system here's a little different, so it took me a little bit to adjust, he said. But I think by that last preseason game, I felt really good. I felt real comfortable. I just have to remember what I did there and bring it into this. Linux Bees had done a pretty good job of dealing with the stricter enforcement of slashing penalties, but on Thursday they piled up 4 of them, 2 by Charlie McAvoy and 1 each by Kenny Agostino and Brad Marchand. Coach Bruce Cassidy said he'll have to stay vigilant in reinforcing that those penalties are now going to be called. Check with your feet, said Cassidy. Sean Kuraly is going through that. He's a dog-in-a-bone type of player, so this will work against him. Marky periodically is going to get stung with it. I think with the refs, there's a protocol to call it. Without getting myself in trouble, sometimes they single out the younger guys at first so that they can stick to their standard and not get an earful from veteran players, so we have to monitor that as well, tell them to be extra cautious. At the end of the day, a slash is a slash and we just have to be careful because there's a lot of teams going through it. Marchand's not a fan of some of the calls, but knows he's got to watch himself. Every play is different, and there might have been a couple of soft ones, too. I think sometimes games are reffed according to scores at times, said Marchand. But they're trying to crack down on it. They're trying to set that precedent where it seems like anything on a stick is going to be a penalty. It can be frustrating at times because there's a lot of stick battles, but it's just the way it is. Band of Brothers Cassidy gave props to Tim Schaller not only for the way he has been playing but also for how he stood up for Frank Vatrano after the winger was hit from behind by Vancouver's Erik Gudbranson. Those are the things that bring a team together, said Cassidy. It's as important as anything. Your player gets hit, you stick up for him. It's a reactionary thing. That's in a person, it's in their character. You don't have a lot of time to think about it and all of a sudden you're up against a pretty big opponent, so good for Timmy. That brings a lot of street cred, not only with your own locker room but the other team notices those things, too. Gudbranson was issued a 1-game suspension yesterday. I saw a couple of replays of it. He's a big, strong man and I think he was trying to make a hockey play by pushing me up against the wall. But I feel like I was a bit too close, said Vatrano, sporting a couple of stitches on his nose. The good thing is I saw Zdeno Chara come in and Schalze come in to stick up for me. It shows the kind of guys that are in this room, good team guys that are pushing for everyone. Bergeron, David Krejci, who left Thursday's game with an upper body malady, and Kevin Miller were given maintenance days, but Cassidy believes they'll be ready to play tonight. Cassidy said Rask, who is out with a concussion, was at Warrior Ice Arena yesterday.